Hey, it's BonusSatis. How's it going, guys? Today on This Is So My New Main, we're going to be looking at Jinx, the loose cannon. We're going to be looking at who she is, what she does, how to build her, how to play her, how to shoot fast, blow things up, and while doing so, like my last girlfriend, looking cute while being kind of crazy. A little about the champ. Jinx is a 525 ranged ADC who has the longest range for attacks and spells. She has a global ultimate that can reach out like the finger of God and claim a life when they thought they had cheated death. Her alt-fire rockets has the longest range for any auto attack, even beating out a level 18 Tristana. She has good siege ability with her Q, allowing her to deal damage faster with each continuous auto attack, and is able to block off entire paths with her E. In short, she is a cute and crazy, rampage-loving backliner who excels at chases and crowd control. Yes, she has the body of a 12-year-old, and compared to other champions we've looked at, she is missing something. But I still love her. I swear it's the blue hair and the awesome tattoos, or maybe it's the punk rock, steampunk look she's got going. Whatever it is, she's a hella cute champ. Jinx's lore. Jinx is assumed to live in or be from Zaun, though it's not officially stated. She has a mysterious emergence when she began her crime spree in the prestigious city of Piltover. Jinx hates boredom, decided to bring some pandemonium to the one place she found the dullest. The city was in complete chaos with the worst crime spree I'd ever known. Caitlin, the sheriff of Piltover, called a state of emergency and organized a citywide manhunt for Jinx. In response, Jinx said she would attack the Piltover treasury next, calling out Vi to try and catch her. When Vi and Jinx do have their battle, Vi in typical fashion started smashing through walls, chasing Jinx, who ran through the building, blowing up and shooting everything in sight. When Jinx was finally cornered at the vault, and Vi was going to capture her, Jinx called down a barrage of rockets and leveled the building. When Vi emerged from the rubble, from the once prestigious building, she was not able to find Jinx, but could see a message written in the sky saying, "You will never catch me." For Jinx's skins, we have Piltover's burning blue hair, pale skin, super cute, and really scary looking, normal Jinx. We have its 1920s, and Jinx is a flapper, Mafia Jinx. We have Year of the Dragon, green hair and bob cut, Firecracker Jinx. We have She Finally Found Her True Calling in Life, Zombie Slayer Jinx. And lastly, we have Reformed and Made Star Child, Star Guardian Jinx. Abilities. Passive. Get excited. Whenever a champion or structure dies within 3 seconds of Jinx damaging it, Jinx gains 15% attack speed and 175% movement speed, which decays over 6 seconds. Q. Switcheroo. Jinx switches from her minigun named Pow Pow to her rocket launcher named Fishbones, and vice versa. When using Pow Pow, with each basic attack she gains bonus attack speed, stacking 3 times, and lasts for 2.5 seconds. When using Fishbones, Jinx gains increased range and shoots rockets which do splash damage, though she does consume mana for each auto attack. Rockets can critical strike, but do not gain the attack speed bonus of using Pow Pow. W. Zap. This is a skill shot that damages, slows, and reveals. E. Flame Chompers. Jinx places 3 chaps in a line. When an enemy champion steps in it, it roots them for 1.5 seconds and deals magic damage when it explodes. R. Super Mega Death Rocket. Jinx fires a huge rocket that has global range and does more damage based upon the distance traveled. Unique passive / Easter egg. Catch Me If You Can. Whenever Jinx plays against Caitlin or Vi, you start a minigame called Catch Me If You Can. Every time you get a kill or assist on Caitlin or Vi, you get 1 additional gold and a special counter showing how many times you have done so. When you float your cursor over it, it reads, "Cat and Vi are chasing you." How fun. Ability tree. Now there are many different arguments on what to take, but for me personally, I put my first point into my Q, I put my second point into my W, and I put my third point back into my Q. I max out my Q first, then E, and lastly I max out my W. The reason being is that I'm really bad at landing her skill shot from her E, so I leave it for last. Though if you are a god at it, max it second. Though for the rest of us peasants, maxing W will reduce the hefty cooldown time. Summoner spells. Nothing too fancy here, just heal and flash, unless you have a good support that does snares that you can talk with, like on voice chat. Either ways, don't do this. Though for a real baller play, then take Ignite and put your second point into her chompers. Have your support snare, drop your snare, and then use Ignite for first blood. Items. For Jinx's build, go with Dorian's Blade, Ruin's Hurricane, Berserker's Greaves, Bloodthirster, Infinity Edge, Essence Reaver, Phantom Dancer. This is the build order that I go in, and it is her strongest build. If you don't believe me, check out the link I have at the end of this video. This is mathematically her strongest build. It took me like a whole bloody week to work the entire thing out. So for more detailed information and the purchase order that I go in for the build, click on the end video link. Okay, so now we know all about Jinx, but how do we actually play her? Just like any other ADC, she is weak in the early game but can snowball into a late game monster. So Jinx lacks any solid form of escape other than a flash. Both her chompers and zap have a delay before using. So when using them for close quarters fighting or retreating is very lackluster, as we are in Season 7, which is an assassin meta. The biggest thing to keep in mind with Jinx is to keep the opponent as far away as possible. You can outrange them, so keep them at arm's length, because if they get up close to you, you are dead. So for laning, find the balance of using your rockets and minigun. The rockets will do splash damage, you can hit them before they hit you. When possible, use your zap to poke them and keep them at distance. I will say this again, don't let them close on you. Jinx has a different playstyle from other ADCs, and it takes a while to get used to how to properly use her rockets. Though once you find the proper spacing, can use her rockets without running out of mana, and can correctly place her ultimate for kills, you will win your lane. For team fighting, with Ruin's Hurricane equipped, it does fire 3 rockets. So 1 or 2 shots into the group team does a huge amount of damage. Switch back to the minigun and blaze away. And in case you forgot, do not hard engage. You will get melted. Stay back and keep that happy distance. Her attack speed bonus lasts for 2.5 seconds, so you can shoot and scoot while keeping the bonus. When team fighting, there is 2 ways to use her ultimate. The first option is just to dump it into the crowd at the beginning to make them spread out, soften up for the rest of the team. Option 2 is that assuming your team wins and you are chasing for kills, use a rocket to pick off the weak ones for a kill secured. Okay, so that was Jinx in a nutshell. Now for her tips and tricks. Her passive will surprise people with her movement speed and attack speed buffs. You can chase and win multiple duels. It is only for 6 seconds, so don't get too carried away. Your rockets do splash damage, so you can poke and last hit minions at the same time. Jinx rockets give her a huge amount of range. You can actually stand here in the upper left hand corner of the dragon pit and safely auto attack with rockets. Pretty nifty if you're concerned about dying while trying to take it. If you queue up with a support that has stuns like Leona or Blitz, and then when they do get a snare, drop your chompers just a little behind the opponent, and they will get snared again for an easy kill. Throw your chompers in the middle of a team fight, it will get a snare or force them to spread out. Essentially easy crowd control. Throw your chompers over walls or into a bush. They do give some vision, not a lot, but it's better than a face check. When you are using your chompers, place them closer than when you originally think. They have a 0.7 second delay until they're armed, so if you don't do it right, the other champion will just walk right through them. Your chompers work great at cutting off lanes into and out of the jungle. These spots here, here, and here, all are just about the right size to be blocked with a well-placed chomper. Place them to cover a retreat, siege for a tower, or control pathing of the other team. Use your chompers like a speed bump escape trick. If you can't cut off a path in a jungle with proper placement just far enough off the wall, then they are forced to walk around and you should be able to get a little bit more breathing room. Straight up, ban Caitlyn. She sucks to lane against. If you are playing Jinx and you have her banned, get her the f*** out of the game. Trust me, she is horrible to play against. Don't be stupid and do a face check. Use your zap. It has a huge range on it, and it can go through an entire bush. So it makes your life expectancy just a little bit longer. When using your ultimate, most people will recall under their tower. It is hard to guess where they're going to be standing, so find a good line where your ult will cover the most ground. So try not to have a narrow trajectory that only covers a small section. When you use your ultimate, back off to where they cannot see you, because if they do, then they will start running and you will miss your shot. But if you back off a little before using it, they will hold still to recall, and then you can kill them. And lastly, this is not a tip, but it's another Easter egg that Riot put in. The background for Vi and Jinx is the same. It's from their lore. The background is the Piltover treasury that Vi and Jinx fought at. So for Vi, the building is whole and normal, and the background for Jinx is after the fight, and the building is destroyed. Like I said, it's just a fun little Easter egg. Late game recap. Jinx has been hit hard with the assassin meta of League of Legends. She is a very popular champion. When it comes right down to it, she is outplayed by other ADCs who have a better ability to kite and escape chases. Now that does not take away that she's a crazy and crazy hot champion that has a unique playstyle. So if you like global ults, you can reach out and blow up champions, snares, slows, reveals, rockets, miniguns, shooting fast, cloud tattoos, blue hair, and mayhem, then Jinx is the champion for you. Okay guys, this is my new main on Jinx. If you enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts or comments, go ahead and put those below. Also guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's more great content coming, and there's more build videos to come. And like normal, here's the highlights of playing of Jinx. Until next time, good luck, have fun.
Oh, we smited early.
Didn't expect you to smack it anymore. You're running away.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm super behind.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've enjoyed rocketing them for like the last 2 minutes straight.
Jinx with blue buff first is an awesome strategy.
Okay.
Are you going there?
Dear God.
You gonna start the red buffalo?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go blue. I mean, I totally meant to do this. This is the new meta thing, guys. This is gonna be on my stream. I'm streaming this right now. This is for entertainment purposes. I saw Faker do this one time.
Faker, no faking. Don't apologize.
Yes. Shake pause. No, don't f***ing reset. Don't reset. I never smited. It didn't. That was close. It literally almost reset. I forgot I actually had smite, so I never smited that. Jinx gank from nowhere. When suddenly Jinx. You see that? You see that? That was tight right there. You have no escape? It's just because I don't have boots yet. That's all. That's all. It's just gonna have boots, guys. It's cool.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no
I don't ever say bad words.
Cause you can't stop.
They say bad words. These are bad words.
Wow.
Gee, we might as well just leave that.
Can I get my jumpers off in time? First blood! Woo woo! Oh, I'm out. Can I screw it? See what happens. The rocket's gonna come in right here. If you can try and stay a little higher. Oh! That was cool. Oh, glad I got that recorded.
Oh,
Oh,
you
man.
almost died. You almost died.
I got my Lux ult, Jinx ult coming in right here. Hey, I got Varus! That was lucky.
That was awesome.
I didn't even know he was there. I didn't even know he was there.